So late last night, I was in prayers, and after I'd finished the prayers and I was about to sleep, the Lord spoke to me so clearly, and He said, "Tell them these things from me. Tell them that these things will surely come to pass. There is no help anymore. America has surrendered her position. She has been taken over by the dragon. Tell them what I said." Kamala Harris is coming, and with her, some of the most dire times in U.S. history. When times are dire, we're looking at famine, flood, the lack of agriculture, the crash of money. Dire means when the human being is put into such severe straits that if you look at every single part of your life, every single part is failing. Every single part is not working. Every single part is a cause for pain, for pain. You're losing family members. You're losing friends. People are being buried left, right, and center. There is no work in the economy. There is no money in the economy. There is no economic health. There is no social health. The children are out of control. The children are being taken away by God. When things are dire, it literally means they have come to a point of no hope. God says that when you see Kamala Harris coming into power, she is bringing with her some of the worst times that this nation has ever passed through. He said she will be the president of this country and there's nothing to be done about it. Tell them it will be loss of freedom and loss of life like never before. Tell them from me that America will never be great again and that decline and economic rot will eat this nation from the ground up like termites.
Apparently, Prophetess Celestial gave multiple prophecies claiming that God had spoken. God revealed to her who was going to be the president of the United States of America. And according to her revelations, it was Kamala Harris. We are still holding on to see if those prophetic revelations will soon or are still yet to manifest, because I've been seeing some of her loyal followers saying that which God has spoken, it can take years to happen, but it will eventually happen. Meaning that they are still believing in the prophetic revelations of the so-called prophetess Celestial. My fight is to separate you from human beings, from men, from mortals. My fight is to drive your attention towards Christ and Christ alone. I don't want you to vouch for no man. I don't even want you to vouch for me. I don't want you to place your trust, your hopes in men and women. They will mislead you. They will lead you astray. Don't count on these people who claim to be hearing from God. Yet God has not been saying nothing to them. Just listen to your prophetess and how detailed she is in her prophetic revelations.
The coming of Kamala Harris. This is nothing new. I have been speaking this since November 2020 when God first showed it to me. So as I was on this prayer call and I was saying out of my mouth, 2 more good years and war, everything is changing, a bloody war, a bloody war. This is how it was coming out. What I was seeing as I was saying that is I saw that outdoor place where the U.S. presidents take their oath of office. So, you know, they're always outside at that raised outside place. I don't know where exactly, but they're always out there. And I saw that outdoor podium and it was a sunny, windy day. And Kamala Harris was giving a speech at the podium. She was wearing a suit and gloves. And she was saying something along the lines of this. This is what I can remember. And this is what I wrote down. Today is a great day. Today is a great day. Today is an unheard of historic day, not just for me, but for all women and for America. For the first time in our nation's history, we have a female in the White House, and she's not performing another duty. She is not the Secretary of State. She is not a member of staff. She is not a part of the cabinet. She is in the top seat, the top position. She is in the Oval Office, the driver's seat. She is the President of the United States. And then the image changed, and I saw her raising one hand, and she was taking her oath of office. And Obama was standing right within that picture frame. So he was standing right there near the podium while she was taking her oath of office. And the feeling that I had as I was looking at this picture, first of all, I was telling the people on the call, you won't believe what I'm seeing. You just will not believe what I'm seeing. This woman is right in front of my eyes right now, saying that she is the president, saying that it's a great day for America, and saying that she's going to take her oath. So I was telling them the vision, and there were feelings coming into my heart. And the feeling that was coming into my heart is that whether or not she was standing there taking the oath of office and, you know, making all these words as she was confirmed, it was that there will be some kind of interruption and that this woman will also not be able to complete the full 4-year term that she is supposed to. I felt that there was something else behind her confirmation. And so God even mentioned at that point that America will come under the control of a series of governors. But he didn't elaborate on that. And so it was not given to me to explain to others on that phone call what exactly it meant. I just told them what I saw. Her reading that it was the first time in America's history that a woman was president. I also told them that I saw Obama standing there as she was being confirmed. And I also told them the feeling that I was having, that there would be yet another interruption and that she would not finish her term. And the Lord was saying this.
I'll say this in closing, even though I know I risk offending so many believers out there who are addicted to these self-proclaimed servants of God, these self-proclaimed mouthpieces of God, self-proclaimed ambassadors of Christ. They have not been getting any revelations from the divine. God has not been sending any special messages to them. God doesn't fumble. If God says something, it will happen. The question I have for you is, so what they prophesied will happen and did not happen, does it mean God changed his mind? Or does it simply mean they were lying, that God was revealing all these details and information to them? Food for thought. Think about it. In as much as you are so desperately inclined to say, no, God spoke to them. I know how difficult it is to discharge someone who has been addicted to something, to remove someone from an addiction. That's the very same scenario that we are facing today. The biggest challenge we have is separating the flock from the charlatans. They have become so addicted to the charlatans, to so-called prophetic revelations, that they can't imagine their journeys, spiritual journeys, apart, separated from the so-called spiritual fathers. But nowhere in the Bible does it tell us that we shall need a spiritual father to guide us to the end. Is the word that we need. It's Christ that we need. I don't see the relevance, the significance of having men stand in between you and Christ, stand in between you and God. Men that you become so addicted to that you lose focus of who you should give reverence to. My people, think about it. Is it God speaking through them, or it's a God or a spirit, a familiar spirit, manifesting in them? For God cannot say something that will never happen with such details. Did you listen to the details that the prophetess was giving? If it was really God who gave her all those details, surely God could have seen it come to pass. These are all signs, red flags, that God is trying to show you that they are not mine. They might say, Lord, 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 but their hearts are corrupted. They might call my name 24/7, now and then, just so that they can make a living using the name of God as a proxy. That's how the name of God has been reduced to nothing. Anyone can just wake up today and say, God said, God revealed to me, God showed me. Really? Has God been showing and giving all these prophets revelations that are conflicting? Not the God of the Bible. The God of the Bible is very much organized. He only has one message, and none of them is preaching that message. They all have different doctrines. They're all preaching different messages that best suits their interests. And we all know what their interest is, enriching themselves. My people, tell me what you think about your prophetess and the prophets at large who have been claiming to be hearing, receiving prophetic revelations from God.